I've never been arrested at an EGSA convention. No, never.
Have you ever thought you were going to get arrested?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, you're not living life if you don't think you're going to get arrested.
So tell me a funny story from an EGSA event.
Oh, there's so many, it's hard. But I'll tell you one does stick in my mind, and that is would have been about 1999 when I was elected to the executive committee. And of course, you have a lot more meetings. You have board meetings on Sundays before the conventions, and one thing I remember specifically, as though it were yesterday, is that when I was in the board meeting, Bob Hoffich and Ed Murphy would be in the swimming pool with my wife, and they would take pictures of them flailing around in the water and then text them to me while I was in the board meeting. So that was always an interesting one, and actually, now that they're both on the executive committee, I should be paying them back. As a matter of fact, I will pay them back. For years I chaired the golf committee, and that was a lot of fun, setting up the golf for everybody. And of course, we had this real battle with the tennis guys, and so we'd poke a lot of fun at each other. But Paul Dolinar, he was a guy that had the golf chair before me, and anyway, we had a lot of fun and all that. Bashing each other back and forth.
Did you ever mess with the cards?
With what?
Mess with the scores? Mess with the...
No, we never messed with the scores. We always tried to rig it so that it was as fair. You get to know people very well, so we'd handicap different individuals based on our knowledge of their game. So the scoring was always accurate, but there was a lot of trash talk that went back and forth on the course. Yeah, and again, I won't mention any names. There was one participant one year in the golf, and he had rented golf clubs, and he was having a horrible day, struggling, and he was getting very irritated, which is quite comical to watch. And anyway, without even thinking, just a knee-jerk reflexive action, he hit a horrible shot and threw one of his clubs into the middle of a lake. It's a rental club. You either go get that club or you pay for that club. I believe he paid for the club. By the time you get to that point, you've served on normally one or more committees, the different, as chairman, vice chair, and recording secretary. You've been on the board. I had served on the board twice. So I think for most people, if you are that persistent and you're that interested, you're ready to go. You look for that question, and it's an honor when you receive it. And so when I was elected to the executive committee, I was ecstatic. I was ready to go. I really didn't have any themes. I didn't really have a mission. And I think if you just look at the structure of EGSA, it's really set up to prevent that. And I laugh, with politicians, for example, they all have their legacy that they want to leave. I think one unique thing about EGSA is that it's dynamic, it's fluid. People are constantly moving through different chairs, and it's a lot of individuals leaving a little impact that creates this something much bigger for the whole association, and I think that's all in the design of EGSA's structure of their management. I would say indirectly that's what we do. I mean, everything we do impacts society in our local communities. I mean, if you think about it, we make power. We direct power, we control power, we make sure that it's clean, it's reliable, it's safe. People benefit from what we do every day, most of them probably not even knowing. But when you turn on that switch and that light comes on, there's a tremendous amount of work and equipment behind that. And I feel very proud in just being a small component part of that, but that's what everyone in EGSA is, a small component part of something that's so much bigger than all of us. It's a wonderful thing, and it's great to be a part of it.